damn early for this. A2, this is the Guitar Pick 01 here for your first ever Movie Monday episode. I hope to do this every Monday and not just do this once and then never again. So comment, subscribe, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and I'll put that all into consideration. Now, the first movie I'm going to do for you guys this week is a movie I saw probably about a week ago, and it was awesome. Going into it, I was a little bit skeptical, but I'm really glad I went. The movie is called Begin Again. This movie takes place in New York City, and it stars Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley. And Mark Ruffalo plays a guy who's a music producer, and he gets fired from his job. And he already has a really crappy home life. He's divorced with his wife. He has a really crappy relationship with his kid, and he feels like he doesn't really have a place in this world. And he drinks a lot. He drinks very heavily because of this. Keira Knightley plays a great, lavishing young woman who is the boyfriend of. I'll get to that later. He breaks up with her after having an affair with one of his co-workers, and she leaves him. And these two characters meet each other at a bar. I know, it sounds really cheesy, sounds really cliche, but it's actually a very, very good movie. I promise you. Rotten Tomatoes gave this movie 81%, stating writer-director John Carney's return to musical drama isn't quite as potent as it was with Once, but thanks to charming work from its well-matched leads, Begin Again is difficult to resist. Now, the phrase difficult to resist, I think, is very accurate. I've seen this movie twice. It's in the theater. It's a great, great movie. I think it is personally the best movie this summer has released. And yes, I know all you diehard Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Take your stinking hands off me, you damn dirty human!
Fans are saying, no, Begin Again sucks. But you know what? You. Because movies these days don't have that class and that charm, and they honestly just don't tell a great story anymore. Someone like John Carney, who, I'm personally not a fan of Once, but, that's why I was a bit skeptical going to this movie at first, but that movie's awesome, man. It has its equality of musical taste, and has music in it that I just love. I bought the entire soundtrack, and Keira Knightley does an amazing job performing and singing. I was very, very impressed. Mark Ruffalo, that guy's God. He every movie he's in is freaking awesome. Hell, he was just the perfect guy for these two guys. The thing I also liked about this movie is, John Carney, who wrote Once. You were kind of expecting some kind of cheesy musical, there are two people and they're blah blah blah, all that cheesy musical crap. But it was not all like that. The musical atmosphere, it wasn't even really a musical. It was something else completely, and it wasn't your typical musical. And I think I appreciated that. If there's one thing I appreciated most about this movie, it was that fact. So those are the pros in the movie. Now the cons. Now, I know people who are die-hard Maroon 5 fans are going to stab me, behead me, and do any possible thing to me in saying this. I hate Adam Levine. I'm sorry, there are a lot of things I don't like about him. First of all, he's a douchebag. Second thing is I freaking hate Maroon 5. The only song I like remotely by Maroon 5 is Pure Imagination, and nobody knows what the hell that song is. And Adam Levine, his voice is just weird. She said goodbye.
This love has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before.
Another thing I really didn't like about that movie, Steel Green is a cool guy, but he's kind of an asshole in that movie. Some of the things I didn't like about it, the ending was a little, the ending, it was kind of one of those things where, you weren't really satisfied with. In the end, Keira Knightley ends up not getting together with Adam Levine after, they kind of go back and forth about, 3 freaking times in the movie. and she kind of just runs off like all confident, and then Margot Ruffalo gets together with his former wife, and the whole time you're kind of just like the whole movie you're kind of just like, oh god, I hope these two get together because it's totally perfect. They like everything, like the music. They have these connection moments where like they listen to their secret tracks. You know, it's just kind of that romantic feel, and you're really hoping that these two get together, even though they were kind of a couple of years apart. It wasn't satisfying, but I mean, I guess it was still a good ending. I guess I just didn't like it. So that is pretty much all I have to say about this awesome movie, Begin Again. I highly recommend going to the theater and watching it on a Friday night because it's awesome. So if you like this video, comment below, subscribe, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter. I mean, let me know what you think. Any suggestions for future movies or any suggestions for what I should do with these videos? Great, so just let me know.